Yo, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy, Airboy. I'm back doing another FanBoyAaron review, and today I am going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generations Thrilling 30 Orion packs. Now, normally I would be taking a look at the box, but I found this guy loose at a vintage toy store in a plastic bag, so no box. But here you can. Here's my hand. You can look at my hand. Rate my hand. I hurt myself at work. Don't worry about it. Anyway, here's the figure. And he turns into a Cybertronian truck. Do not quote me, but I do believe this particular design is based on the IDW comics. If that is the case, I love it, because more or less, I always enjoy the IDW comic designs. Now, there are a few other Orion Pax figures out there. For those of you who don't know, Orion Pax is Optimus Prime before he became a Prime. And there are a few figures of Orion. However, the other figures are just slight remolds of Cup figures. Yeah, honestly, the only other one I've ever had before was the Titans Return one. I got rid of that, and it was a reuse of the Cup design. And I believe the most recent one for Legacy, I won't be getting that. I'll be getting the Alpha Trion. I made a deal with a friend. We're going to split the 2-pack, but it also comes with Orion. But it's also just a redo of Cup with different colors. And I'm probably not. And he'll be keeping that half. I didn't want it anyway. I like this particular Orion Pax design specifically because, as far as I know, it is the only Orion Pax design that doesn't share the mold with Cup. It is more or less its own unique thing. I mean, I could be wrong, and he could share the design with another figure. If I am, feel free to correct me. But as far as I know, this is the definitive Orion Pax. That's his own thing. Alright, let's take a closer look here at that truck mode. You can see it's got some Earth-like aspects to it, mainly in the front, but it is mainly a Cybertronian vehicle. It's got these nice little panels on the back. I do like that. I really wish I practiced the transformation a little more before the review, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Got some painted headlights, a little silver up here on the front, a hair. Remove that. Underneath, can't see much of the robot other than the legs and the hips. He rolls fairly effectively. He comes with 2 accessories. He comes with a simplified version of his blaster, done in a nice black plastic. And he comes with an Energon axe. And I do like this thing. Now, I believe in the IDW comics, Orion wasn't an archivist, he was a security officer or something. But I prefer the archivist Orion, so I probably won't display him with these weapons. I'll probably end up giving this axe to someone else. Now, you can store the weapons on the vehicle mode if you want. There are ports on either side here. You just plug them in there. And there we go. We got vehicle weapon storage. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works. I don't usually display my figures in their vehicle modes anyway. Now, for comparison, I don't have that many Thrilling 30 figures, I don't think, and I already started, so I'm not going to bother checking, so I'm going to do mostly comparisons with recently made figures. Here he is, next to Netflix Bumblebee. As you can see, he's just a little bigger than Bumblebee. Here he is with Earthrise pipes. Yeah, it's not a bad look. Here he is with Earthrise Ironhide. You can see how he looks next to Ironhide. I believe these two were friends before the war, so with the exception of the Earth-based vehicle mode, this is a sight we probably would have seen. And naturally, here he is next to Optimus Prime. The before and the after. I really hope the Legacy line will pump out more IDW inspired figures, because I absolutely love the IDW designs. Again, I'm not 100% sure if this is an IDW take on Orion packs, but I'm fairly certain it is. A lot of the Thrilling 30 stuff was. Alright. And I think that pretty much does it for the truck mode. Now let's transform this guy. What I want to do, I think I want to raise the camera first, make it a little easier. Okay, and I'll lift that, I guess. Okay, I really wish I practiced the transformation more. And from here, what do I want to do from here? Yeah, hold on a second. Okay, what you want to do is you want to lift up, pull this up. Oops, I dropped it. Pull this apart. That'll bring that out. You would take the feet, bring them down and forward on a little hinge there. When we come to the back here, pull the arms up. That'll bring this whole bit up. You would take the wheels, kind of move them back as you're moving everything up. You can see it, but there is a double hinge in there, and I did press it forward. Oop. You want to lift it up so that the wheels are out of the way, so you can bring the arms forward. Actually, let's finish the legs one thing at a time. Split the legs. Bring these panels down like that. Now collapse on the front like so. Bring this panel up. Repeat the process. Then we rotate the feet. Bring them forward a little bit. Or not. I don't. Leave them like that, I guess. Okay. We want to rotate the waist. Now we can pick up where we left off here. Bring the arms forward on this double hinge here. That little tab right there. We'll click on that little groove right there. Well, not really click, it just kind of sets it in place. Repeat the process on the other end. Bring these wheels back. I feel like I'm forgetting some. Oh. Flip the head up. Press the chest down so it clicks into place like I just did. Now we want to orientate the arms correctly. Flip the hand out. Orientate the arm. Flip the hand out. And I think we got it. Do we got it? Yeah, we got it. So a fairly simple transformation. I guess maybe I didn't need all that extra practice. Let me set this guy up. Bring the camera back just a bit. Well, actually, I need more space to work with, so I'm going to bring him forward or back. There we go. And here we have Orion in his very good-looking robot mode. I have to say, I absolutely adore how this guy looks. Now, let's bring him up close here so we get a better look at those details. Starting with that head sculpt. Pull my camera, autofocus. Do I have autofocus on? You know what? I'm just going to... Oh, wait. There we go. And there we can see very nice looking head sculpt. And yeah, I imagine this looks very fitting. This looks like a young Optimus Prime. As he should. That is what he's meant to represent. And behind the transparent chest piece here, you can see some more molded detail, painted silver, an Autobot logo right there on the chest. It's got a nice, slender, youthful looking build. And fairly clean transformation. I mean, one could argue these panels are a little obnoxious, or maybe these wheels are, but overall, it's not that bad looking of a robot mode. I mean, the vehicle mode parts aren't really in the way or anything. It's a good robot mode. A really poseable one, too. The head is on a ball joint. You can rotate it all around if you want. You can look up that far. I need adjust my brightness a little bit. Preferably. There we go. You look up that far. Can't really look down that much. The arms. You can do a full rotation. I'm going to raise the camera. They go in and out. You can use that transformation joint if you need to. There is bicep rotation. 90-degree elbow bend. Wrist articulation, surprisingly. Usually you don't see wrist articulation on figures that use this form of transformation joint. This is really something that the last Night Megatron needed. I don't know why they didn't give it to him. His hips are on a swivel. Or, I'm sorry, he has a waist swivel. His hips are on a ball joint. So you can kick that high. Back that far. I can't quite do the full splits, but he can get there. There's a thigh swivel. And not that much of a knee bend, unfortunately. That's as far as it'll go. And the feet are on a ball joint, so you can get a decent amount of tiltage, and they can move up and down. So despite the lack of a knee joint, you can get some pretty decent poses out of this little dude. Doesn't look half bad. It'd look even better if my camera would focus. Work. There we go. And of course he can hold his weapons if you want to. You can put his gun in his hand. Like that. Or you can slip his axe into his hand like that. And there we go. You have Orion with his gun and his axe. Alright, now let's set this guy up straight so we can do the robot mode comparisons. Okay, now, for comparison, here he is next to Bumblebee. You can see he's a bit taller than B. I guess that doesn't change when he becomes a Prime. Here he is next to Pipes. And Pipes is a smaller figure, so that's how that works. Here he is with Ironhide. Mine's all decked out in repro labels and add-on stuff. And yeah, there was a point in time in their lives when Ironhide was taller than when Ironhide was taller than Optimus. And last but not least, Orion then, Orion now, or should I say Optimus. Yeah, this guy is like a 10-year-old figure, but quality-wise, he stacks up right alongside these recently made Earthrise figures and new Legacy stuff coming out. He compares fairly well with them. Now, as he stands, he is approximately, if we're counting the panel on the back of his head, about 5.5 inches If we're talking his head exactly, roughly 5 inches. And at the time of release, he was going for about, I want to say, 14, 15 bucks. But this is a 10-year-old figure, so now I'm not entirely sure. I mean, when I got him at the vintage toy store, it was on sale for like 20, I think. And you might find it online for, I'm not sure. This is just a rough guess, but you might find it on eBay for maybe $25, $30. Now, if you are able to find it at that price, it is, I wouldn't pay more than 35 bucks for this thing, really. If you're able to find it for 35 bucks or less, I would highly recommend grabbing it. He is a high-quality figure despite his age. He compares well to a lot of the recently made Earthrise, Siege, and Legacy stuff. And unlike the other Orion Pax figures, he stands out from the crowd for him, as far as I know, having his own design in comparison to other Orion Pax figures. Also, he just looks good in general. So yeah, if you can find him for 35 or less, definitely pick him up. And this has been the Transformers Generations Thrillin' 30 Orion Pax. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, leave a nice comment, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next review. Bye-bye.